Alrighty, am I mic on? I think I'm on. Alright. Gonna see here, follow what's going on here with this active severe weather coming into the deep south. I'm gonna go ahead and start streaming over on my Facebook too. Want to do a test on here with the double streaming, especially with what's going to be going on with the active weather for tomorrow. So we're gonna do a little bit of a dual broadcasting here. So bear with me here while I go over to the Facebook page here and to see if I can get this thing to work properly. I believe it'll work. I know I got to copy the key here. So I'm going to start Facebook. Oh, wait a minute. I got to modify. Sorry. Got to put in this Steam key here. And put that in. And then, oh, I got to remember the output. That looks good. There's something I'm supposed to grab here. Advanced settings. Copy the URL. That's it. All right. Now, where is the URL go? Stream key. I'm trying to remember how to do this. I'm doing multiple broadcasts here. Output. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Looking for it. Services. Oh, right here. Duh. God, if I was any closer, it could have bit me. Could have bit me here. Hit paste. Hit OK and start. Let's see if this thing wants to go. Severe weather in the south. Testing. Testing live broadcasts for both YouTube and Facebook. Hit OK, save, and go live. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. I was kind of doing both things. I've got Facebook now going. I'm streaming on both my Facebook platform and on YouTube, going to multiple upset here as we're watching a pretty significant event here for tonight. I will admit, I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. I got very upset earlier and I shut down. I got a little angry because I was trying to do my coverage and I need to basically, where it displays my viewership, I need to just cover that thing up and just ignore it. And I think I'm going to get some stickers and just ignore it. So I can focus on the coverage and don't care what the YouTube algorithm does to me. It got me upset because I had so much fun last night doing the coverage and had good interaction. And then when I started to cover this thing, I had nobody watching. So that's on me, and I will learn and I'll get better at this. So we've got these multiple tornadoes. We had a long track tornado here earlier that was tracking through the central portions of Tennessee. It's been a really rough night. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the velocity mode on some of this stuff and see where the best spin-ups have been going on right now. As you can see here, we've got multiple ones in here. This one near the McMinnville area is getting hit pretty good right now. Let's go ahead and zoom through here, and you can see, clearly see a nice spin on this cell here, kind of riding through the middle of that warning box. Probably going to get an additional warning on that one. Very likely, I would think, here on that cell. And we got a new tornado warning that got issued here. You see it flashing here back off toward the east, or to the west, I should say. This one here just got issued here. Let's go ahead and look at this one. Southern Marshall County, northeastern Giles County, and southwestern Bedford County in Middle Tennessee. So we do have a watch box that is currently up. We do have a watch box that is currently up for the southeast. It's covering a pretty good swath of territory here. Again, you can see these watch boxes almost looking like a bit of a hook shape here through North Georgia, North Alabama, and then swinging up to the north and then swinging back to the plain states here with this active severe weather. So right now, the bulk of the tornado activity, we got one out there in Oklahoma, but really is here in Tennessee. Multiple vortices here. I'm really surprised that this one here, you're seeing a spin up down here as well. This is in a severe thunderstorm warning area, but I'm really surprised we don't see a warning on that one, on that particular cell right there. I can take a look at this. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning here. This is for Southern Giles County, okay? So we're getting a very active night here for tonight, getting close to the Chattahoochee area. We got a new tornado warning now here in Alabama. to focus in on. That one's that's a nice looking cell right there, right near the Hengar area. We'll go ahead and read this one here. This is for East Central Jackson County, Northeast into DeKalb County. Goes until 8:30 Central Daylight Time on this one. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Hangar, which we just saw very clearly. Emergency man reported a wall cloud. So it's probably a rotating wall cloud in there. It's kind of getting dark outside. Obviously can't see it very well. But clearly got some pretty good rotation in here, and very tough to see something like that because the fact that you know that you've got a populated area here with the center of circulation going through here right now. And this activity will be shifting off toward the south here. So we got this here for the overnight hours. That's why we got those watches that are in that area for tonight, and we're going to see it also on the other areas here as well, coming into areas of the deep south, coming in toward central Alabama, central Georgia. So we got this stuff here for tonight. Again, this is what we're dealing with here for tonight. You're seeing that with that enhanced area coming across North Georgia, North Alabama. That's where those watches are currently sitting. But then we're going to deal with this again heading into tomorrow as that boundary kind of shifts further to the south. So I am expecting to do more coverage here on the Facebook side and the YouTube side as well here for the Columbus, East Central Alabama, West Central Georgia zones here throughout tomorrow. So we're going to see, again, a lot of activity here over the next, say, 24 to 36 hours, and before we get this stuff all cleared up and out of here. All right, let's go back over here to Radar Omega once again. And again, if anybody, I'll keep checking back on the Facebook side. I know we got some people over there watching. If you got any questions about tomorrow, please just post it there in the comments. I'll keep going back and taking a look at that as well. All right, so looking up here toward the north, again, we've got multiple of these warnings here, these eddies up along this boundary. Look at this, look at the intensity of these storms here. As you can see it pretty well as I'm looping these in almost like storms here. This one here especially, it's got a very nice little, looks like a potential inflow notch here, kind of seeing it kind of circulating right through here. On the southern edge of that warning area right through there right now. Let's check this got storm chaser here down here. This one's Brad. I've been following him for a while, but it's getting awfully dark as you can see out there. Seeing to kind of if he's got a lot of lightning in that area or not. Not seeing a whole lot as he's traveling up the road. It's getting kind of dark to be chasing, that's for sure. Very hilly in that area as well. For that, but we got another severe thunderstorm warning that we just got issued here in northern Alabama. We're looking up here again. This is up for southwestern Limestone, northwestern Morgan, northeastern Lawrence, and that goes till 8:45 Central Daylight Time on that cell. I got to double check and make sure. I'm not sure. I need to double check and make sure my chat box is functioning here real quick. So bear with me while I go see if it's. If that is actually working, because I did not, I came into this a little half-cocked. So let me go in here, and I probably need to reestablish that. So hold on one second, and let me get that going again. That is not that one, and that was that one. Dismiss. Let me go to the right one. This is an old one here. I gotta go find the new one. I'm going to shut this one down. And where is my... I guess I need to find it first. Let me find it first. Channel. Kind of jumping around here a little bit, so bear with me here for a second. And view channel. There, so make sure I'm still streaming. And I'm muted. Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. Okay, make sure I'm still good. And let's go to, go live. It should be able to show me what's out there right now. Yeah, here it is. Good deal. All right, there we go. I'm good. All right, now I just got to pop it out, and I'll be ready to rock and roll here. So again, thank you for being patient with me on this. I want to go ahead and get this out in case we get any kind of questions here for tonight. And I just want to make sure that I have that functionality here for you guys for tonight. So just going over to this real quick. This is the chat box. Going to chat number 2. Gonna paste this back in here. Hit OK, and there we go. We got it up and running, and I can put a little test. I can put test chat and make sure there it goes. Okay, so we're up and running there, looking pretty good. All right, so Let's go ahead and pull back out here on Radar Omega here. I'm going to pull back out and we're going to see what's going on here. Again, on the Facebook page, if you guys got any questions, I do have you guys up and running. If you got anything you want to put in there, we're going to be watching this stuff here for tomorrow because it's going to be making its way down to the south. We're going to be dealing with that really here through most of the day tomorrow. So, but look at all these warnings. I mean, my Lord, that is a lot of warnings here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different warnings out. We got another warning here, a new tornado warning that's just been issued here. New warning. Again, this one is observed, so this one's on the ground here. Let's look at the specifics on this. This is southwestern Lincoln County. Tornado producing storm was located 7 miles west of Ardmore or 12 miles south of Pulaski, moving east at 35. Let's look at the signature on this storm and look at the velocity mode. We'll double check and see how this is doing. And that's that storm right back there. So it's getting ready to move out of this. They're doing a better job with this. Yesterday was driving me a little bit crazy because some of the warnings were coming up as the boxes were expired. But you clearly see this right here. It looks like it's getting ready to cross Interstate 65 north of Ardmore here very shortly. Very pronounced storm here moving through that portion just to the north there. Again, that's just on the Tennessee side of the border, but you got a lot of rotation. And you look at it, I mean, it's amazing how these things are lining up. You got a rotation up here. You got one rotation down here as well. That one crossed 65 already with that storm. You've got 2 more signatures up here. And again, you can see the red and the green. You got one signal there. Here's another one up here as well. So we got multiple vortices. Probably one of the most active sites I've seen across Tennessee in some time, especially see that many warnings up at one time. Go back over here to high velocity mode here again, relatively here. And these watches are going to continue until about midnight or so. So I want to see how it plays out. We'll go ahead and keep this coverage going here for you till about midnight here for tonight. And we'll see how things begin to evolve here. But it's going to be a very busy night here across the Tennessee, North Alabama, North Georgia before it kind of works its ways down. Ashley on Facebook was asking, what about schools? I have not heard anything. And I will say this much: if you just pay attention to your local broadcasts on that. I know back in the day when I went to school, we didn't care about that kind of stuff. When we had that kind of severe weather going on, we just kind of went out in the hallway and waited for stuff to go by. But nowadays they're pretty sensitive about safety and that kind of thing. So good question there, Ashley on Facebook, dealing with this right now. So I want to go ahead and look at my cross level here. I'm going to look at I'm going to kind of do a little analysis here and kind of do a step here. So let me pull back out. Let me pull this out. And I want to get to that radar site over there in Alabama. So let's take a look at the cross section here. Kind of look at the northern here. We're going to look at all of these different splits here. So I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison. You're going to see this. Boy, you can see all 4 of these. Look at this. Wow, this is amazing. Really to see all those in here. Look at the cross section. Here's the radar scope here. This is your reflectivity is on your left. You've got your velocity on your right. And you can see so clearly these spin up so nicely here. Here's the one up here, just south of McMinnville. Here's the other one right in here coming up toward Manchester. Here's the one south of Cornersville. And here's another one down here, getting ready to pull into that watch box there. And then you got another one right in here. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different spin ups all in that same area along that boundary. That's really something. And then you got another one down here, actually, that make that number 6. I can't recall in recent memory where I've seen 6 signatures like that coming from one radar source. I mean, that's truly a much bigger deal than I think folks were expecting with this. The tornado parameters were not that high. I mean, they were high, but not to this level. For what we're seeing. It just, again, shows you how every severe weather event can be a little bit of its own, everyone is unique. And we're definitely seeing that here for tonight across the central areas of Tennessee. They're really taking a battering, and even into northern Alabama. This cell down here and here, getting pretty close to Georgia. I'm going to look at this one again here a little closer. Again, you can kind of see this one near the Towns Crow area there. So you got the grid. This one looks fairly weak here. Let me go ahead and loop this through here on this one. Let's see how this one's looping here. So yeah, this one is still looking pretty good. Pretty good rotation on that. Probably we'll see some form of another warning going up in this neck of the woods, if that holds together here pretty soon, going into Georgia here real soon, from that radar signature that I'm seeing right there. Absolutely, we'll see another one on that. Unfortunately for the storm chasers, and a lot of them were not in this position. I know Brad was; he kind of worked his way over here, but a lot of them were way out of position for this outbreak here across central Tennessee. Because when you look at this, let me see here. Show you the day one tornado parameter. I mean, it was high, but look where we're getting everything here. You would think when you saw something like this that maybe we would see, something more into the moderate to high range here, and that's kind of where we're getting a lot of these. It's kind of on the boundary there between the brown and the yellow, so it's like 5 to 10% range. But boy, you couldn't tell by looking at what we're seeing on radar. That's for darn sure. We got a lot of activity going out there for tonight with all of these warnings here that are going to continue as these storms continue to push off, generally from west to east to here. So North Georgia, Dalton, Rome, they're going to have to be watched here for later tonight. Let's go ahead and pull out here. We got some other activity back here to the west. We don't want to forget our friends out here in Oklahoma, and over here it's going to be moving into Arkansas. So we got these individual supercells out here to the west as well. That's kind of on the edge. Let's switch over to this radar here. Let's go to the Dallas one here. Let's look at this one here and look at this tornado warning out here. Boy, that's a pretty good hailer. Again, you can always tell the hail when you get the high reflectivity in there. This warning still got 26 more minutes on it. About a minute and 1.5 inch hail on this. This is for northeastern Lamar County and north central Texas. And let's look at the velocity on that one as well. It's pretty broad. It's on the edge of that band. You see it's kind of transitioning zone there. You see the circle going through there. That can make a little bit hectic to kind of see, but you definitely got some broad rotation through there. Probably we'll see an additional warning coming out on that one here pretty shortly as well. So again, look at the count though. We're at 28 severe thunderstorm warnings and 10 tornado warnings. We got one out here in Texas, but the bulk of the ones are still out here in Alabama, and we've got another tornado warning that just got issued here for this southern cell. This one is for, let me get the county information for you here. Another warning. This is for northwestern Limestone, southeastern Lauderdale, and northeastern Lawrence. That goes until 8:45. I mean, there's another cell they're spinning up here once again. So we're talking about this area right here, just north of North Creek. Let me go ahead and loop this for you again. And that one's kind of moving a bit of a northeasterly direction on that one, with that cell moving on in there. So looking pretty good. Tennessee Found Out live. Murray County, Tennessee schools were closed tomorrow. Passing word, I heard they're live today. Hey, thanks, James. Thanks, James. So yeah, some school districts are probably canceling school. I know the folks on Facebook are probably wondering if the folks down in the Columbus, East Central Alabama, West Central Georgia area are going to be canceling schools or not. I don't think so, but we'll see. Again, thanks you a lot on that. I appreciate it very much there, James, for chiming in on that. So again, let me go back over to the. I want to look at my radar scope here once again. I'm going to kind of loom in on a few of these cells, so bear with me here for a second. Let's go ahead and transition back over to here. I'm going to look over. We're going to scan these and kind of go up these one at a time. So let's look at this one here. So here's the one warning. You can clearly see the one area here. I'm kind of looping it through. So you got the spin up in here. Here's the other one here to the north, but you're not really seeing the red and green, red on and the greens on top of each other. So you're kind of getting just kind of broad rotation on those there. But these ones here further to the north, these two in specifically, you can see, look at, these are very healthy looking cells. Look at this one. Wow, they're running right through that warning here. There's one warning here, obviously. The one that just went through Eltonton here, getting to pull into that new warning box there just off toward the east. You see some very nice clear signatures there on those storms. And this one's been a bit of a surprise. I'll be honest with you. This one's in a severe thunderstorm warning. But, I mean, if I'm looking at that, I'm putting a warning up for this one. There's a warning out ahead of it. I guess they anticipating it, and they're putting it in this watch box that's just out ahead of it. So let me go back over to to Radar Omega here. And I want to switch back over to reflectivity mode here for a second. And we'll see, this is for this cell up this way. It's kind of weird that they have the cell that isn't not in a warning zone, but they put one out ahead of it. That's something unique. I don't think I've seen something like that. But again, yeah, you clearly see, here's the warning box, 38 minutes, 2-inch size hail on this one. This is for northern Sequatchie and southwestern Bledsoe County till 8:45. And that's for this rotation right here. I mean, it's pretty broad, but that's it right there. It looks like it might be, they're anticipating it to drop here a little bit. So let me clear this out and play this again for you here. You can see that kind of moving in. We've got a new watch box that just kind of flared up here. For some reason, Radar Omega tonight has not been doing its alert tones. I did have an update. There was an update on the system today, and it's got a little bit different look, but the tones have not been going off as they're supposed to. So, severe thunderstorm warning here for southwestern Warren County, Coffee County, eastern Bedford County, and northwestern Grundy County. This goes until 8:45. That's a very big area. That includes, so that is a very big watch box there. Look at the high velocity here again for those storms in the area. I need to correct my display box here, so let me do that very quickly here. It takes me about 2 seconds to do. And this is all because of the special marine warnings that kind of constantly come out and mess up my display. So it is what it is, but I will do what I'm supposed to do with it. So let me copy my transform there and go to Radar Omega, and I will fix it over here as well. So there's that, and transform and paste. And there you go, boom. Just want to fix my counter. I want to make sure you got the counter box down there. So 32 severe thunderstorm. I think I saw one time we got up to like 40. We got a new tornado warning that just came out. Boy, these things are just really coming right up on top of each other once again. This new warning here, radar indicated here. This is for northern Cumberland County and southwestern Ventress County. That goes until 8:45. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 9 miles north of Crossville, moving east at 30. Really hate these nighttime events. It really, that's why I'm a very strong proponent for obviously weather radios and having those available, especially at nighttime. That one doesn't look all that impressive from that side. Let me see. Let me pull from another radar source and see how that looks. Let's try this one. It's kind of falling in between 3, and it's again, it's right in between those beams on that one. But it's something spinning right up and through there. I've been checking these watch boxes also to kind of see these warnings to see if any of them have been observed. That's radar indicated, radar indicated, radar indicated, observed. This one is the observed one down here. So this one, which has got the best signature, looks like it just crossed Elkton right there. You see the zoom in right there. So here's our tornado. This is the observed one here, pulling in this way. So Park City, up 231. Let me go ahead and loop this again for you here. See how it's kind of progressing here. Still moving pretty much west-east. So Park City, probably get another warning out ahead of us if it's a long trek over toward Flintville. You kind of see that up ahead of it. So this right here, Flintville, looks like this will say north of the Taft area on that storm as that continues to move off toward the east. But that's got these two signatures look very. I mean, a pair of twins, man. They look both of them look very pronounced. This one up here and this one down here, obviously looking very good. Got another warning here. Just came out. I see the new warning. Again, this is for that cell here to the south. This is radar indicated here on this one. This is for northwestern Madison County and northern Limestone County. Goes till 8:45. I really hope folks are listening to obviously their local broadcasters. I'm sure every meteorologist there in Huntsville, Chattanooga, Nashville, everybody's kind of going wall-to-wall coverage on this, and they will be doing so. I know I actually saw the Chattanooga stations were going to be broadcasting their stuff on live, and I think that might change the landscape a little bit. I mean, I think the TV stations were kind of caught a little bit off guard by the success of YouTube and how as a platform to kind of stream its data on, especially with the success that Ryan Hall has had and his numbers that he's been pulling in. He's pulling in a lot of money, and I suspect that the TV stations, more and more of them, are going to be streaming all their stuff out on YouTube. Hey, say we got something on the chat there. Let me take a look here. Hello. Hey, Sherman. How's Sherman looking? Sherman, what state is that in? Tell me what state, where you're located there, the Sacred. Let me know where that's at. Actually, I didn't get my TIGIT going, so I guess I need to, so let me let me get my Twitch going here. I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Oop, not that one. Oops. Let's get that going. Hold on one second. I'm going to... I never tried to do this. You know what? I'm going to try to do something here. I did this on I've done this on... Oh, I got to connect it. That's right. I can't do that. That's right. I can't do it that way. My bad. I was trying to do something with Twitch earlier, but there is a way to bring in both YouTube and Facebook chats, but I've not tried to do both. I've only tried to do one. Let me go to my channel here. I'm going to go live so I can see my broadcast. I'm going to grab my URL or my address here. There we go. That should work now. So, Dallas, Texas. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Sherman. Yeah, Sherman, Dallas, Texas. I got you. I'm starting my chat here. Thank you, there, brother. Let me take a look. We're going to take a look at Dallas here in just 1 second. We'll go take a look at that. Not a problem. Let's see if my chat comes up. It should. And there it goes. Yeah, there we go. See, Dallas, Texas. Ding, ding, ding. I just got to connect it real quick. So, yeah, I'll pull back and take a look at what's going on out toward Texas. But, boy, we got another warning here. That's a severe thunderstorm warning. We'll come back to that one in a second. Let's go back to the high velocity Dallas. So it looks like the stuff here has moved off to your east, and I don't think there's going to be anything but building up back in there. That stuff's kind of pulling away from you. Sherman, you're up here. You see that tornado box there off to your east. I don't think there's anything that's going to be coming back this way. So I think you're going to be okay there in Sherman. I think you'll be all right. All right. Especially when you look at where the watch boxes are currently sitting here. They are trimming those counties away. I just saw that update. Just came in. They're trimming those counties away into the Dallas area. So Sherman, I think you're going to be okay. That fire is off toward your east, and that's going to be continuing to move off toward the east. So thanks for the question there, brother. Thank you very much. Glad I can help you out there. All right. Let's go back here to Dallas. I mean, wow. This is just absolutely amazing to see that many tornado warnings on one scan. Well, the Weather Service out of Huntsville's got to be having a field day with this, and also up in Nashville. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 warnings, all in Tennessee. I mean, you got 14 in total, and almost all of them are sitting there into Tennessee. So let me switch this back over here again. As you can see that going on right through there. Just a tremendous amount of activity. Here's another warning. I've been waiting on this one. I kind of figured this was going to go. And I guess people think I suck because I keep losing followers, but oh well. I guess that's life in the fast lane. Anyway, let's go check out this one. Let's go ahead and check on this one. Yeah, that's one's getting ready to cross across the border right now. Let's look at this one. We'll go ahead and get this going here. Yeah, it's getting ready to cross. So this one is right indicating it's still over on the Alabama side, but getting ready to cross into Georgia. This is going to be for Walker County and southwestern Dade County. This one goes until 9:45 Eastern Daylight Time. So we got a significant little storm. It still looks fairly broad to me. It's just crossing Interstate 59 here. But let me go in a little bit closer here so you can kind of see some of the cities here in the way. So we're looking at Sulphur Springs is in the path, Amos Mill, Head River, Masseyville, Cedar Grove. All those are going to be in that area there. So we got something here on the chat. Jackson County, Tennessee. Hey, Annie, how are you? I will tell you. I'll tell you one thing. It is definitely a very stormy night, to say the least. Let me look at. I want to look that up for you real quick. Let's take a look at Jackson County, Tennessee, since we got. All right, I'm just going to kind of get my bearings here real quick, so pardon me for a second. Yeah, you're not out of the woods there. Obviously not out of the woods there in Jackson County there, Anna. Let me take that back down as we go ahead and shift up to the north here. Whoops, dunk on it. I didn't mean to tap that down. Control V, do it again. I shut that down by mistake, my bad. Let's go ahead and pull back out here. We'll show up toward Jackson County. That's up here toward the north, near Cooksville. Yeah. So yeah, you're not out of the woods here. Let's go back to reflectivity mode so you got a better see with all that data through there. So yeah, you're not out of the woods there in that area. Just watch out for those storms. Looks like some of these warnings have dropped off. That's some good news there with those storms falling off. That's good to see. But boy, we got a lot here in southern Tennessee and northern Alabama. New tornado warning just came out here. Another one just got up here. Ping pong size hail. This is for eastern Limestone County and east central Lawrence County. This one goes until 8:45. Tornado was located near Trinity, or 8 miles northwest of Decatur, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. You're very welcome, Anna. You're very welcome. Hopefully you are a subscriber, and if you're not, please hit that subscribe button for me. I do appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so boy, it's going to be a long night here, and we got to do all this again for tomorrow. It's going to be really busy for tomorrow as well, for a lot of areas there across the deep south as that stuff moves to the south. All right, looks like another warning. New severe thunderstorm warning just came out here. It's just kind of replaced where that warning was. This is for southern Van Buren, southeastern Warren, and northeastern Grundy. That goes till 8:45. Storm was located about 11 miles south of Spencer, moving east at 40. So this is one of those things where everybody knew this was kind of coming. We saw this kind of developing here over days. It's such a unique and a setup that we have this kind of severe weather. We had a large wedge tornado that was on the ground earlier in Tennessee. You'll be interested to see what the storm reports have to say on that. Let me see here. I want to look at these storm reports real quick. So I'm going to turn off my watches out here for a second, just so I can just focus in on these storm reports. So you could see earlier we had significant tornadoes here. I'm going to switch over to that right here, and you can see the storm reports here. I'm going to go in a little bit closer. So the one near Columbia was a funnel cloud, and then we had this. That's when it became a pretty significant tornado, significant large tornado. That was just to the east of Columbia. That was the one you're going to see on social media. There'll be a lot of video on that one with those cells, and then it kind of tracked up here to the north. So it kind of went this way, and it was what's left of it is up here toward the north. But look at all these warnings. I mean, all these warnings. But at least they're all radar indicated, except for this one. Right now. So let's go back to Radar Omega here. I just wanted to kind of highlight some of those storm reports here. Let me go back over to that so we can take a look at this and we can see what's going on. Looks like we got a new tornado warning just came out. New one just came out here in the Tolman area. Let's go take a look at this. This is radar indicated on this one. So we're talking about southwestern Warren County, Coffee County, northwestern Grundy County. That goes until 8:45. This storm's moving east at about 25 miles per hour. Golf ball size hail, and we've had a significant numbers of that so far. So here's the storm report so far, and I was mentioning this earlier. The fact that these hail reports are significant. Look at it, 288 hail reports so far, 127, and the tornado reports just getting started. We only got 12 so far. But I think that's going to go up significantly here as we go through the next 24 to 36 hours, or at least through tomorrow morning. I think that number is going to go up quite a lot. Hey, if you're new to the channel and you've not subscribed yet, I am giving away 8 free weather radios once I get to 5,000 subscribers. So all you got to do to win a weather radio, a NOAA weather radio, which I will ship to you, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel, and you're automatically there to get a radio. So I had to put my plug in for that for the viewers coming on the channel. All right, so again, boy, look at this cluster of all these warnings here. I'm going to go back to the velocity here. We want to kind of see where the signatures are. This one's probably the best looking one that's here. That's the best. These other ones look pretty weak. The two that really catch my eye of any significance, just kind of looking at this, is this one down here and this one near the Manchester area. Those are the two most significant ones right now. So I'm going to go back over to my other feature here. I want to look at this. Let me cross this out. I'm going to focus in on the one near the right on the border here. So let's go down to this one here. I'm going to move this over here so you can see it. Stand by for a second. I was going to look at the radar scope here. Kind of zoomed in closer so you can see that one that just went through Elkington, just crossed the interstate there. Still pretty good circulation center with this. Let's freeze this and we'll check some of the wind speeds in here. So let's check some of the winds. See, we got 36, 44. That's 44 miles away. And then we got on the other side of this, so that's a fairly, it's maybe 70-mile-per-hour winds in that one. So what you do when you're looking at winds going away and toward the radar, you take the highest number you can find, and then you kind of add the two together. That kind of gives you a general wind speed of what you're looking at with that cell. Now, this one up in Manchester here is, you're seeing a lot of that here as well, but it's a little bit on the broad side. I would say that's probably a little bit on the broad side here, with some broad circulation here, some interaction. So between the reds and the greens, maybe something right in here as that's kind of topping off right now. A little bit of an inlet here. Let me stop it on the last image. Maybe a little bit of an inflow notch right through here. You can see where it kind of lines up with the velocity is on the right. The reflectivity of the general radar is on the left. And you can see that pronunciation pretty good right through there. So again, those are and then this one up here to the north, that one's also that one's just now moving into the warning area. We're talking about this one right here. There's a pretty good signature just going into that warning area. That one's clearly a little bit rain wrapped. That one's also got a little bit of inflow notch. And when we talk about an inflow notch, you may hear that terminology on other YouTube channels, your local meteorologists and things like that. That's where the air is kind of being sucked into the tornado. It kind of clears out the precipitation there as the winds are kind of funneling into it and kind of getting wrapped around it. Think of it as a kind of a big vacuum cleaner, and it kind of clears out the radar when you're getting some sort of development. Now, not all the time does it go down to the ground. It could be just at the mid-levels or where a wall cloud is, but sometimes you can kind of get that to kind of back in and sweep into that area. So let me go back over to Radar Omega here. We're trying to stay on top of everything that's going on here tonight. It's such a big area with a lot of activity going on. If you got any questions, please don't hesitate to... Anna would say so. It would be a tornado. And Anna, you're under a watch. You're in the watch area. Just be prepared for anything. It looks like most of the heavier activity is south of your area, but you do have storms in your vicinity, and all these storms have had a history of spinning. So just be on the safe side there, Anna, okay? All right, so if you got anything you want to put in the chat, I'll roll it up. We can talk about it here on the channel. So let me go back over. Let me switch back over to... Go over to velocity, not velocity. Let me take that out real quick. Go back over to reflectivity mode here. As again, you're looking at this one shot. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 warnings, all on that one shot out of the 13 out there. Let's see what else we got going on. We still got some we got some activity here to the west still. This one here near the Dallas area up there, just on the Texas-Oklahoma border there. This one is just issued another warning out here as well. This is radar indicated. This is for southwestern McCurtain and northwestern Red County. This goes until 9 o'clock on that storm. Moving east at about 40. Let's look at the signature on this one, see if this has changed much here recently. Oh, that's a healthy cell. Absolutely. You can see that very well as they're moving into that new warning area. So interesting where you can see the severe thunderstorm warning boxes overlaying with the tornado warning boxes. It wasn't like that back in the day, but that is got a clear signature on that one. Let's loop this one. This is right, there's the Oklahoma border. There's the river right here, and Oklahoma's just us. So it's just on the Texas side here with that circulation center right there, kind of blowing through there right now. And look, I think Dallas is going to miss out the bulk of this, but again, this stuff's got to go through the overnight hours, and then we still got more to deal with for tomorrow. Look at these! Look at all these severe thunderstorm warnings up here to the north, still up into portions of Illinois, coming up through Evansville. Look at a big cluster of warnings up here. Of the 31 active severe thunderstorm warnings right now, and 13 severe tornado warnings. The main tornado warnings are really here across Alabama, as we've got multiple signatures that have popped up. Is that a new warning that just popped? Yep, new tornado warning on this one. Let's see what, I mean, I don't see, Brad can't even see anything. It's dark out there. Let's see if his camera's pointing anything. It's gotten kind of dark. I really hate the chasers are getting in the dark, but let's look at the golf ball size hail with this one. We're looking at northeastern Madison, south central Monroe, southern Lincoln, and southwestern Franklin County. This goes until 9:15 on that cell there. Let's look at the velocity on this one. I think that's the one that had that real ball. Yeah, that's the one that's got the there. So looks like we got some sail here. It's going to pass over State Road 274. It's just to the north of Blanche. It looks like between Blanche and Coldwater. So there's our tornado here. I haven't got confirmation on whether this is on the ground or not, but that is a clear radar indication right through here. So Camargo, Yukon, Kirkland, eventually Park City needs to be seeking immediate shelter in that area for this storm, as that one's looking pretty mean and looking to means business there, as that's continuing to move off there. It's a significant signature on that one. This one down here, these two down here to the south don't look nearly as impressive. They look like spinning rotations on those. And you still got this one up here to the north. This one also looks pretty good, but also fairly broad. You see the difference here. There's something I want to point out. I see someone got something in the chat there. Yes. Alrighty. Thanks, man. And no problem. And yeah, thanks to you there, Sacred. I appreciate it. Appreciate you checking out the channel here for tonight. But yeah, Sherman's looking pretty good. Looks like another big severe thunderstorm warning just came out. Look at the size of these boxes. I mean, they're huge. Huge. 1-inch hail. This is for Moore County, central Lincoln County, northwestern Franklin County, goes till 9:15. Just these very large boxes with these storms kind of going there. So it's like they're putting these huge severe thunderstorm warnings up, and then they're kind of, it looks like they're targeting smaller tornado warnings within the severe thunderstorm warnings that are in there. Now, my only concern with that, and I remember when the Weather Service was talking about doing this, is it could get a little confusing for the people in those areas because it could be lighting up similar counties on top of each other. That's my only concern about this, causing confusion. Well, which one is it? Is it a severe thunderstorm warning or is it a tornado warning? I will say for tonight, for the most part, especially here across Tennessee, if you get a severe thunderstorm warning, just treat it as a tornado warning, to be honest with you. Not just because of all these dang gum signatures. We got another warning that just came out here, going up here toward the Athens area. This one's observed. We got an observed tornado on the ground here, and I can actually see this on the back part of this radar. Let's look at the high velocity on this one. So this one is observed. It's let me change the radar. Let me see if I can scan it from a different direction here. Let's look at the radar. Let's look at the radar. It might be a little too close. Let's try the. Is that too far away? Yeah, so that's too far away. It's on the edge there. So I was just kind of checking and seeing. There's a closer radar there. No, we got to stay with the hilltop. All right, we'll stay with this one. All right, so it looks like we've got some sort of hook here on the back part of this, kind of spreading up through here. But this one's down to the south. It could also be something right in there. So let me look at the basic velocity here. Man, it's hard to see, making it pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult to see, but this one's been observed. Hey, no problem, Anna. We love you. Thank you very much. Yeah, pray for everybody tonight, man. I mean, this is really something to see. This kind of tornado. Of course, anybody in Tennessee and Alabama, they get real nervous. They remember 2011. This is not 2011. Those were some mega huge tornadoes there. Although we had a significant one earlier, I don't see all of these being like that. We got, he's getting in a very good position here. Let's see what Brad, he's going to the dark. He's got a lot of lightning there, but he's getting in a pretty good position to intercept, looks like a tornado coming his way. A lot of lightning with this. So let me zoom in on this warning area here. So that's just coming across State Road 274. Here's the chaser. That was Brad right here. He's heading south toward Park City, and he's in a pretty good position here for the storm. So hopefully he'll find a place to seek kind of shelter. It does look like a broad rotation on that one. So he's gonna come experience some very strong gusty winds with that as that comes on through. But this other one down here to the south has got an observed tornado on the ground. Let me read that one again on that one. Again, this was tornado producing storm located 8 miles southeast of Rogersville. 8 miles southeast of Rogersville, moving east at 20. So that's this area here. That's exactly what we're talking about. So it's this. I was correct. It was this area here. Here's Rogersville. So we're looking out over in this area right here as this storm is moving. It's it's a little bit difficult to be able to see this stuff because look at all these dang tornado warnings wrapped up on top of each other because we've had so many multiple vortices kind of interacting with each other. So it's a little bit of a challenge to say the least. But I'm going to keep watching since Brad's getting into position here on that cell. I'm going to watch that closely and keep going back to him. But we still got these other signatures to look for. You got this one up here. Here's this one kind of in the middle of that box here. And you got a smaller one here coming toward Lafayette. Lafayette. It's Lafayette in Alabama. It's Lafayette in Georgia. Okay, go figure. They got two different ways of pronouncing Lafayette. So, but yeah, this one here, I'm going to go back to the chaser and kind of keep a watch on him. I see, he's Don went way down south. Wow, he's way out of the way. This might be another warning too. That's right now severe thunderstorm warning, but there's a little cluster here. You notice that? Here's again the red and green. That's what you're looking at. So might see another warning get issued here pretty soon. They've been so aggressive with them. I'm surprised they don't have a warning on that one right now, but they just might. I want to stay on top. Let's check in with Brad here. Again, look at that signature, almost on top of him, almost on top of him right now. Brad Arnold, let's see if his camera comes up. He's got 520 feet, 5 people. Come on, Brad, let's get that camera to come up. Should have pretty decent cell coverage in there. But look at the air temperature, 75 degrees. He's got a dew point of 74. I mean, it's definitely an area you can wear at night. And looks like his camera's not coming up. Oh, come on, get a good cell, get a good cell. Not going to get it there. All right, so we'll keep watching that. Oop. I got a new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out here across Scottsboro. Love that road. If you ever driven that area between Chattanooga and Huntsville, that's a beautiful area. Probably one of the most beautiful parts of Alabama to ever drive through. This is for Central Jackson, northeastern DeKalb County. This goes until 9:30. Severe thunderstorm was located near Hollywood or near Scottsboro. There's actually a nuclear plant there. Not to say the tornado is going to hit the nuclear plant, but moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. So we got a pretty good storm there, moving across Highway 72 as we speak through there right now, as we speak. So let me go over here to, did I lose it? I didn't mean to lose my Facebook. Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I'm not sitting on it. My bad. I was just going to pull up my Facebook here and keep watching over here as well. Just double check and see how things are going on Facebook. We're looking good. All right, go back over here to weather. But look at all those warnings. Wow. Although, I'll be honest with you, this is a little bit, I don't know if this is overkill or what that is, but that's very distracting with that many warnings sitting on top of each other, to say the least. I want to see if he is going to get in a good position. Come on, Brad. Where's that camera at? God bless. I want to see it. And I've seen higher view counts on that. He's just in a bad cell area, it looks like. Let's go back to the high res velocity here. Getting very close. Okay, yeah, he's just to the south, so he should be stopping here shortly. He's still moving. Come on, Brad. Keep checking that camera, and it's just not coming back up. Oop, new severe thunderstorm warning just came out. This is over here near the Cleveland area. So 1.5 inch hail. This is for Bradley County, southwestern Meigs, southwestern McMinn, and southeastern Hamilton County. It's kind of the suburbs of Chattanooga there. 8 miles northeast of Chattanooga, moving northeast at 35. So the Chattanooga area getting hit pretty good now with some of these storms. And you get nervous when you watch this, because the fact that you're worried about one of these storms, hitting a very highly populated area. What made the 2011 so memorable was the Tuscaloosa tornado, and you had the cam there that kind of caught that going through. Of course, this time at night, you're not going to see anything. You're just going to hear that very loud roar, and then you're going to see things kind of go downhill and deteriorate from there. For tonight. So let's go back out here to the west. I want to check these other areas. I still got these other tornadoes. You still got this one box down here. I want to see what this one's doing. Still radar indicated. That one goes until 9 o'clock Central. So I still got about 23 more minutes on that one. But the fun areas continue to be the Tennessee and North Georgia and Northern Alabama. That is the area. Look at all that activity there, man. That is a lot of stuff. 10 tornado warnings, 30 severe thunderstorm warnings, and the count just keeps on going up. Yeah, I'm just checking the storm report check here. 291 hail reports, 129 wind. Looks like the tornado went up by 1 up to 13 now on that, so that continues to go up. I'm really interested to see how many of the hail reports we get when this thing's all said and done. Are we going to crack 500? It wouldn't shock me if we did. I think we may make a run at it. Let's see if he's got his camera up running again. Come on, Brad, you got a cell? Nope. Keep checking. Switch over to this one here. Let's go and loop this a little bit. So I'm going to be doing this again tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what time I'm planning on getting this thing started. I might start a little earlier today, tomorrow for my severe weather coverage, especially for those on the Facebook side. We'll have to wait and see how things get going because I think it's going to be late in the day, I think, pretty much. For that. So I'm going to look at the latest, let me look at the latest high resolution data here. So let me take a look at that real quick. That's simulated radar. Here we are. I want to look and see. I'll put this over here in a second. Let me make sure I'm on the latest one. All right. There's the 0Z run. I think we got enough of that in there now. Okay, so here's the 0Z radar run. All right. And this is coming up on midnight. So let me back this up just a couple of frames. So let me go to the basic reflectivity on that one. There we go. That's better. All right. So what we're looking at here is what the model data is going to do with these storms here for tonight. So you're looking at midnight, 1 o'clock. You see those storms there kind of running across into the Carolinas. That's going to happen here for tonight. And then this is going to move off toward the east. And you still got another line of storms that'll be coming in across North Georgia through the early morning hours there. And then we get some storm activity there coming in across Alabama, Georgia, and into central Alabama there around 10 o'clock. So probably for you folks on Facebook, I will probably looking to do some sort of morning coverage for tomorrow if this high resolution model is verifying here, as we're seeing some very strong activity there according from Montgomery, Birmingham, getting down to the Columbus area, and then kind of moving on through here as we head toward the noon hour. So I will be doing some live coverage with that a little bit earlier than what I did for today. So that's what we're looking at there. Back to Radar Omega here. So I just want to kind of take a look at what we're expecting here for tonight. So this is going to be an all-night event here tonight, folks. All night, and then getting very active again for tomorrow. So I'm going to be up fairly bright and early to kind of watch this stuff here through the morning, as I suspect we'll have widespread tornado watches up that's going to cover in most of northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, Georgia, and kind of working itself down into this area. So tomorrow morning, well, this will be kind of the ground zero effect here for those storms that we're going to see kind of coming here across the southeast as we go through the overnight and into tomorrow morning. I wish some of these boxes here where all these things are clustered will start to drop off. It makes me wonder if some of these are not. That one's got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. Okay, some of these are going to drop off here in 4 minutes, so hopefully I can see a little bit clearer with that cell through there. Let's see if he's got his camera up. All right. Of course, how are you going to see anything? That's the big thing. I see the lightning flashes. He's not streaming too bad there. There he goes. So he's in a pretty good position if there's anything trying to... What I think what the storm chasers try to do, if they get a pretty good wall cloud and they're south of that and they're pushing to where they generally think it is, they're hoping the sky will light it up with a lightning flash good enough to kind of see where maybe the potential tornado might be looking. It's kind of a shot in the dark, but no pun intended there. But it is definitely something that you try to look at and try to see, because when you look at the radar here, and I'm going to pull that up for you real quick. Let me get that lined up just right for you here. She's up here. He's at the cell there, so that's where he's at. He's right there. So what he's looking at, this is just off toward his northwest. This is what he's looking at right there. He's looking at that area right there. So he's seeing this, and he's sitting probably right about here. That's where he's kind of sitting right about there. So this should be passing just off toward his east. So he is trying to get a shot of that view of that storm as it goes by, if it's in fact producing a tornado. Again, looking at the signature there, a little bit of an inflow notch in there, looks like. If you again look at this, let me go back over this once again, just to kind of show you. You got this inflow notch kind of coming through here, and you got some sort of maybe spin up sitting right up in here. So that is what we're seeing on the velocity mode right now. Let me go back over to the radar here. I'll pull back out. And you still got these multiple signatures here. A lot of these should be dropping off. We should start to see some clearing up of the activity here very shortly. Oh, and let me see here. Let me go back to Radar Omega here again. Oh, I'm on that one. My bad. Let me just drop him down. In case you can't see, I know it's really a shot in the dark if you're going to see that, but this is a pretty healthy cell here down here across North Georgia. That's got some spin on there. You can kind of see a little bit of spinning action here on the regular reflectivity right now. Let me look at the high res here. That doesn't look all that bad. Let's try this from the Peachtree City radar. It might still be too far away, and you can still see a little bit going on there. Yeah, that's gonna have to stay with Hilltop. But a little of attenuation going on there. It looks like they just dropped the warning box on that one. So yeah, I was gonna say I just wasn't seeing the signature in there. Got a new tornado. I mean, a severe thunderstorm warning just got issued here. This is for Central Jackson, northeastern DeKalb County. This one goes until 9:30. This storm is moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stay on here till about 10 o'clock tonight. I'm going to stay on till about 10. I'm going to get on early for tomorrow. So for you guys over on the Facebook side of the broadcast, okay, for tomorrow, again, the areas across Alabama, Georgia are going to be central there. I'm going to try to see if I can figure out getting my chat function over here on Facebook over on the YouTube channel. So I'm trying to integrate both of them in here. So I am going to try to get up, depending on how things are looking. I think I'm going to be shooting for maybe an 8 o'clock broadcast for the morning, as we could be looking at some very active weather there across Alabama and Georgia. So I want to take care of my folks here across East Central Alabama, West Central Georgia, as we watch that threat move into those areas. And then also for the YouTube universe as well. So we'll kind of do. We're going to kind of take care of both families here for tomorrow. Let me go back over here to basic reflectivity again as we're watching all these storms. I really think it looks like we're finally getting this thing cleared up. Finally, it had so many overlapping; it was making it so difficult here. So we got these 3 warnings here. This one was observed here again. This one goes until 9 o'clock. So we got another 14 minutes on that one. And then you got the one here where the storm chaser was looking and shooting in the dark, but I just didn't see anything there. He's got 1,300 views. Everybody's trying to get in there and see if they can see something. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to see anything in there for that. His camera's kind of spinning, a little overload. Looks like we got a new warning just came out. This is for this one. Radar indicated here. This is for northwestern Madison, northeastern Limestone. So we got that activity going on right there. Yeah, I really got to get those counties. It's just killing me without it. I've got to have the county crawl there with the county's information on there. Without it, in events like these, I am completely defenseless. I've got to figure out a way to get that information. The crawl below is just not good enough. It's just the offices does not give me the county information, and I got to figure a way to get around that. And I'm gonna probably have to pay somebody to do it for me and figure out how to get that coding in there so I can get the latest warnings with the counties down below, because I've got to have it. I've seen several YouTubers who've got their own stuff. I'm kind of stealing the count from somewhere else, from another website. It's okay. It's functional. I can use it. But I really need to get what those other products have to be any remotely competitive out there on the YouTube universe. Got to have that. Oh, new tornado warning. All right, got another one here. Just saw it just pop up while I was looking. This is radar indicated again. Northeastern Jackson County, southeastern Franklin County until 9:15 on there. So let's look at the high-res velocity. That's so close to the radar. God, it makes it so difficult to see. But you got some sort of spin in here, right here. You're seeing a lot of that, what's called attenuation from the radar, because the radar's right here. So we're really, really close to it. I seem to recall, if I remember, there was a radar, and I think in Huntsville one time got taken out by a tornado way back in the day. I don't remember specifically when that happened, but I seem to recall that being an issue at one time. So we're going to be, so right now we've got the 4 warnings, or 5, all right in here. Go back over to reflectivity here. As we've got these 5 warnings, you got one here. Here's the other one. Here's this one. Oh, that one doesn't look all that impressive. This one here and this one here. Now, if you were just kind of looking this from the reflectivity, if you were looking at the velocity, you might say, well, this looks like a little bit of inflow notch here. You look like something trying to spin up on the tail end there. Maybe something close to where he is here. Maybe another one here, maybe another one here. So that's just kind of eyeballing it from reflectivity. But when you go to the velocity, that's when you really can tell the high res velocity. And boy, it's just crossing the road there. Wow, I can see why so many people try to get on that camera. He's down. I wonder if that took out there's no data there at all. His video's gone down completely. There may have been a tornado there that just passed to his north. That's gone right through the Park City Heights area, Pleasant Grove subdivision, Woodland subdivision. A lot of houses in there. Boy, that is really scary to see. That is very scary to see. That kind of signature blowing through residential areas. So let's pray that we didn't get any kind of damage in that area, to say the least. That is kind of amazing to see right through there. I wonder how this works. Just kind of seeing how this works here. Improve your. I'm looking at something over on Facebook here. Let me go back over to reflectivity real quick. I'm sorry. Let me switch this back over. Oh, got a new tornado. New severe thunderstorm warning just came out in the Chattanooga area. Let's see what the UT Chattanooga station's seeing there. Look at all the lightning in there. You've seen quite a bit of lightning with those storms from that camera there. This new warning is for, again, this is for southwestern Bradley, southern Hamilton until 10:30. Severe thunderstorm was located over Chattanooga, moving northeast at 40. So the Chattanooga area getting hit pretty good here. I have to watch these storms here for tonight, but I'm gonna stay on here for another 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna shut down. I'm gonna try to get back in here about 8 o'clock in the morning, or maybe earlier, depending on how things are looking. I want to get up in the morning to kind of see how things are going, kind of give you a fresh start, fresh attitude, because I need it today. It's been a rough day for me. Trying to get there. It was so much fun last night. Last night was a great night. Man, had great views, had great stuff. It was a lot of fun watching and keeping people informed. It was really something to see. Today's been a challenge. It's been YouTube is like this, man. It's up and down like a dang freight train. I just got to get used to that. I just got to get the fact that that's how it's going to be. You're not going to have the same thing over and over again. At least not until I get a good subscriber base. So we'll get there eventually. It's just not going to happen overnight. It's going to be you have to work at it one step at a time. All right, let's look. Oh, we got a new warning to come out. This is near Scottsboro. Boy, that's right near the nuclear plant. That's not, no. Looks like a tornado warning here. Again, this is for northeastern Jackson, northeastern DeKalb County. This goes until 9:30 Central Daylight Time. So let's look at this cell here. Let's zoom in on this one. Let's go back over to velocity mode and take a look and see what that one's at. Again, that's kind of weak. They're kind of being hyper sensitive there, but that's a fairly weak signature with that red and green through there. Again, it looks like it's just kind of coming in toward Hollywood and Bellefonte. It's a beautiful drive here across through Alabama. There's a subdivision up here, obviously, so hopefully this will stay to the south as this is crossing Highway 72 there. That continues off. Let's go and loop this again, kind of loop this here again. Yeah, a little rotation through there. Just passing to the north of Scottsboro. I got a new warning. Let's get back over here. Let's go over to this one. Now this is getting scary. This is getting very close to the Huntsville area here. And this is a populated area in the outskirts here. So we got just crossed Interstate 65 heading right down 72. We got this potential tornado here coming in toward the Huntsville area right now. This box includes the city of Huntsville right now. Let's look at the specifics on this one. This box just got issued here. This is radar indicated one about golf ball size hail with this one. This is for northwestern Madison and east central Limestone. That goes until 9:30. So we got a signature. It's not terribly strong, but it's one that's there. Let me look at my cross section again. I'm gonna look at my radar scope, and we're gonna do a little cross analysis here. Oops, no, that stays there. Let's go take a look at that storm. I'll move over to this one, and it hasn't quite posted here yet. Let me go and get this thing rolling through here again. Just waiting for that new warning to pop up in here because it just popped. So it looks like it's just south of the Athens area, and you're seeing a little bit of an influx here. So let me switch you over here and see what I'll show you what I'm looking at. Okay, so there it is, right there, kind of spinning up. You see it right here. It looks like just passing 78, just really right near. That is Highway 72. Just cross the interstate right through there. You see a little bit of. Go to that last image real quick. It looks like a little bit of an inflow notch in here, maybe something spinning right up on the backside of this as these are kind of rotating in that area. So Huntsville definitely got to be watched very carefully right now. That is a signature. It looks like it's getting better organized as well, heading toward Capshaw and Oakland. This is a major metropolitan area in northern Alabama getting hit here with this potential tornado. Again, we go back over to reflectivity. Just kind of passing to the south of Athens and heading toward the Huntsville area. Let me take a look here. I want to look here real quick while I can. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can find a Huntsville webcam real quick. See if there's one available that I can look at. Well, there's one there. It's kind of rainy and stormy. It's amateur radio and live weather cam. Huntsville, Alabama weather cam. There we go. That was a year ago. I'm just kind of checking to see. So this is the only one I can see here. And I'll just kind of put this down. I'll keep this. I'll keep a watchful eye on this one. Just to kind of see as it's getting closer to the Huntsville area. We got a pretty decent signature there coming in toward Huntsville, but this one here to the north. I got to transition to this because this one looks pretty significant on that as far as comparison. You kind of can look at the two different storms. So you see this signature, and this is kind of weak and discombobulated. But this one up here to the north, this one's a different story. Look at that puppy. That one's probably on the ground. That has got to be. That's a very good signature there. Oops. Just south of the Fabe area. Let me switch back again. That's a very strong signature on that tornado warning right there. Let's shift back up Radar Omega here and go back over to that storm cell here. Am I on that radar? I am on that radar. Yep, that's the correct one. And our residual velocity again. Oh, it's this one. Okay, so we're up here. I'm sorry. Got a little. Well, this is coming up toward just crossed 231. This was the one that crossed the road. Boy, that was looking where Brad was. They couldn't see anything because it was at nighttime. But that's a very strong cell going through Howell Hill. And look at all these little cities out ahead of this thing as this is coming into that direction. Could be coming up on 64 here real soon. But that's a very strong signature there. Clearly see a nice rotation on there. Look at the rotation on that thing. That is very significant. That is probably a tornado on the ground. I got to say, very likely that is a strong signature, very organized signature on that one. Heading up toward Flint, looks like coming into Howell. Look at all the little streets in here. So you know you've got a lot of residential areas in this area, homes and stuff. So let's hope and pray that we didn't get any kind of damage to any homes, but some very gusty winds in there, to say the least. So I'm going to look at the cross section again. I'll keep it on there for 1 second. Oops, keep that up. And I'm going to switch over here. I want to take a look at the winds and see what they're showing here as far as the winds. So we're looking at 36, 39, 47, 48. I'd say about 100-mile-per-hour winds through there. Maybe EF1 or EF2 tornado potentially right through that, coming through Howell Mill right now. Wow, that's a signature right there, man. That is something. So, yeah, that's got some severe probabilities. I'm kind of pulling them out to take a look at all the different signatures out here. And that one there, Huntsville, got weak. That was looking good for a second, but it's not looking nearly good now. You see how it kind of went away? That's good news, because we don't want a big tornado to be going through a major metropolitan area like Huntsville. So that is looking better. Feeling a little better about that one. But this one up here, folks, this is a tornado on the ground. I can almost guarantee you that is a tornado on the ground. And this is observed. Yeah, I was just double checking to see if it's been confirmed. Tornado was located near Fayetteville, moving east at 35. Flying debris, yeah, you can clearly see that on there. In fact, let me look at the coalition coefficient on this, see if I see any kind of debris in here at all. Just wanted to see here. Nah, hard to see. Can't see it. Sometimes you can see it looking at that. But, no, I was just kind of seeing if you can see it. But you cannot really see it. But look at that. That right there is a very strong tornado. Very significant. Moving through Howell Hill. Hopefully folks out ahead of us over toward Flintville. Going over toward Syracuse Swamp. We'll get that. And hopefully we don't see these kind of signatures down into Alabama and Georgia later tonight and into tomorrow. But that is a significant tornado there. I'd say that looking at that, I'd say maybe potentially an EF2 tornado on that based off the wind readings that I just saw, kind of dissecting that. So hopefully folks in this warning box area, again, this is for those counties. I want to read those again. Northeastern Madison, South Central Moore, Southeastern Lincoln, and Southwestern Franklin. So it's kind of crossing multiple counties in there. Hopefully folks are seeking shelter on a very impressive circulation center there going through. That is the most pronounced one out there. Again, I'm kind of scanning, looking out here again on stuff. And this one up here is still got something to look at, but you can see the difference between you see something that looks like an observed tornado and one that doesn't. This one's got some pretty rotation in here, but doesn't look nearly as good as this signature down here. This is a textbook one here. That is a textbook looking tornado on the ground moving through this part of Tennessee. Again, the Alabama line's right here. This is just to the north. I say Brad's getting out of harm's way, heading down south, but that is a significant tornado coming into the east here. How far is that from? It's still a good distance away from Chattanooga, so I highly doubt that'll stays on that trajectory. It'll head toward the Chattanooga area, but my guess is that tornado will probably dissipate before it gets that far to the east. Still got a ways to go here, so this is a very serious, significant tornado here. Moving almost due east at about 40 miles per hour. We'll probably see another tornado warning here go up into these counties out ahead of this here very shortly as this strong tornadic signature continues. It's going to pass just to the north of the radar. It's going to be very close to that radar beam when it gets very close there. But that is a humdinger of a signature. We're tracking a major tornado here heading toward Flintville and Huntland right now. Just inside the Tennessee-Alabama border. This is the border down here to the south. The radar here, this is in North Alabama back here. We've got a major tornado here moving toward the Flintville area. And again, it's been observed. This is a confirmed tornado. I know it's dark time, but you can tell when you got damage there. And it is a very good pronounced signature. Best signature of all the warnings that are out there right now. With that cell. So I definitely want to keep checking on that. Let me look at the reflectivity on this again. Like, oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Yeah, you can see that. Look at this. Look at this right here. This here, my friends, is your tornado. You got the inflow notch here coming around in here. You've got your ball right here. This is your tornado right through there. A significant one at that. So as you see, it just did a radar update here. See how the velocity's still looking here. Yeah, still looking very nice. Look at that. That right there, when you see that on a radar, you got a tornado. And that is a significant one right there as it continues to move off toward the east at about 40 miles per hour. So just kind of coming through the New Hope. It looks like hopefully it stays just the north of New Hope there. What road is that? That is Quarters Crossville Road, and there's Crossville Roads here just to the north here. It looks like it's just passing this road here, heading toward the Flintville area here with this tornado moving off toward the east here at 40 miles per hour. How long does this warning goes to? Another 13 minutes. Now that's going to get extended. This goes until about 10:15, so that will likely be extended here very shortly with that signature. Hopefully it'll start weakening and fall apart, but that is a very strong, that looks like a large tornado there on that signature, the way that's starting to look. Let me go look at my radar scope again. I want to try to go in a little bit closer. Oh yeah, what's the wind on that now? Woo! Yeah, it's definitely gotten stronger. Look at the winds here on this now. I'll switch you back over to radar scope here, showing up to 56 miles per hour away, 43. So we're looking at 110 mile per hour winds on that tornado there. That's a significant uptick there. That's about 10 miles per hour higher than the last scan. So again, you've got a very significant storm here. See the rotation right through here. I mean, right through there. I mean, there's your tornadoes right in the middle of that. Okay, that is a very major storm. Go back to radar Omega here again as we continue to watch. Very impressive storm. That's probably on par with the one we had earlier tonight over to the just off toward the west of this area. I forget the name of that town. Just had a brain fart on it. But wow, that is a significant tornado. Let's hope that starts to weaken out here shortly. But we'll see a new tornado warning, no doubt about that, coming here shortly. Now, the other tornado warnings out here, the one that's near Huntsville, there's still some spin in here, but it does not look nearly as pronounced as it did earlier. I don't even see one for what's left of this one sitting right in there right now, so that's good. Those two don't look all that bad. I'm checking all these different warnings. This one's got a little bit of spin, just kind of moving up here just to the east of Highway 72 as that continues to move up toward about the north and east direction here. I cannot see what's in with this one. There's just too much attenuation on that radar. And this other one still looks pretty good here. As you see in the grain and the reds up here coming up toward, I guess that's Gretley Lager. I guess that's what that's called. I don't want to mess that up, but again, scanning all of them very quickly, none of them compared to that one. So, and because of that, I want to stay on that one. Again, you're watching the severe weather coverage here on the Weather Nerds channel. If you'd like to have your opportunity to win your own free NOAA Weather Radio, please subscribe to the channel. You'll be automatically registered to win the possibility of a NOAA Weather Radio, which I will mail to you. I'm going to be giving away 8 radios here once we get to 5,000 subscribers. That's the goal, and that's what I plan on doing. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider it. All right. Yeah, this is a very dangerous situation. I'm surprised we haven't seen a PDS on here. See, it says observed and 1 3/4 inch hail. A lot of lightning with this as well. Just a tremendous amount of lightning with that cell. Let's see what the hail's doing in here. I've looked at the VIL on this. I bet there's probably a hail core here close north of that tornado. Yep, and like I said, north of the tornado. So this is very common. You'll get a spin up, and then you get like a hail core that'll run on the north side of a supercell thunderstorm, and that's exactly what we're seeing with that right there. There's your storm coming into the Flintville area. Flintville, I really hope the folks are taking shelter in that area. That is a very, very bad situation here with this tornado coming into Flintville, Tennessee. It is a tornado emergency is what I would call it for sure with that kind of signature. Hopefully we'll stay south of the Sycamore area. Let me go ahead and get this lumen again here. Look at that. Look at that spin. Wow. Nice spin. At least we're not getting the yellows. That's the only good thing. When we were tracking the EF4 tornado that was up in Nebraska, we were actually getting yellow on there. That was really high, off the chart winds, and they were pegging out on the radar signature. But this one, still quite significant. As you can see it kind of roasting off there. Again, there's your side-by-side comparison with that same cell. So you can see the reflectivity there. You see the inflow notch kind of punching its way right around that center of circulation, kind of punching right through here. You can see it on the reflectivity. as that continues to move off to the east at about 40 miles per hour. So a significant tornado here. I'm going to stay. I was planning to shut down at 10 o'clock, but I'm going to see what happens with this tornado for a little bit longer. So I'm going to stay up a little bit longer and watch this cell before I start my morning coverage here for tomorrow, as we got this very strong cell moving through the south portion of Tennessee here for tonight. Quite significant tornado. Now I was looking at something here on Facebook. I might actually advertise. I might push it tomorrow. I might put a little money into that and see if that helps me out on the Facebook side. But this is a bad situation. Absolutely bad situation. They did issue a new tornado warning out ahead of this. This is what I figured here. Although it says radar indicated. I don't know why it says that. Northwestern Jackson, northeastern Madison, south central Moore, southeastern Lincoln, and southwestern Franklin goes until 10 o'clock. Moving east at 20 miles per hour. That looks a little faster than 20. What was this saying here on this one? I changed it to radar indicated on both of them. Did they overlap it with the other one? Yeah, it's overlapped. God, I hate when they do that. There's the observed one. Thank you. It makes it hard. So it's at 25. For some reason I thought that was moving at 40. My apologies. I must have read it I must have got confused with another earlier storm. So yeah, this is coming into Flintville. God bless. I hate seeing that because you see all the roads in here. So you know you got residencies in there, most likely, and homes. You probably got trailers and things like that. And so hopefully folks have taken shelter as this comes off toward the east here. And this will be lasting for a while. This one goes for another 51 minutes. So we're talking until 11 o'clock Eastern time, 10 o'clock Central on that storm. I'm just continuing to scan out here. Okay, now let's go look at this one down in Huntsville. This little roller pulley is looking a little bit better now, as we've had this rotating cell here, kind of been rotating down 72, coming closer and closer to town. So we're still getting some rotation in there. And again, it's nothing like that signature to the north, but it is something to watch with that. Let me look at the. I'll pull back on this and look at the other one here in Huntsville. Let me check here. I'll look at the winds here real quick. No, it's not that high. Now that's 50, 60 mile per hour winds on the southern rotation part of that. There's 65 mile per hour winds coming into Huntsville right now. But that one needs to be watched. So but let's go back to the other one. I was just again, try not to get tunnel vision too much because we've got so many of these warnings out here. Oh, this one here is looking a little more healthy as well. Look at this one over here. This is just coming into Georgia. You got this new warning here, but you got that nice little signature there, rotation right through here. It's coming in, crossing the Alabama line right now, coming into Georgia. So that's that signature. Again, I'm just trying to scan and keep up on these. That one doesn't look all that impressive. I don't see anything on that one anymore. So the three that concern me here, I'm going to position it right here. I'm going to circle these once again. So you got one here kind of coming across Georgia. That one needs to be watched. I don't see anything in this box here, so I'm not really worried about that one. Obviously, tornado on the ground on this one, approaching the Huntland area here real soon. And then you got this other signature getting ready to come into downtown Huntsville itself. Very dangerous. Looks like Brad might be trying to intercept that storm to the south. Looks like he's trying to intercept the. This is the sick of Brad's camera. He's heading south, heading toward the Huntsville area. So he may be able to intercept. See the lightning there on that storm as he's getting closer and closer to Huntsville to see what that rotation of that cell is doing down to the south. I will say this is probably a smart call. I know that area there in southern Tennessee, that area, it's very hilly in there. Not a lot of good roads in there to go chasing on. Down further south, heading toward Huntsville, definitely a better call there. So that was probably a good call on him not to try to trace this other tornado. But this is getting awfully close to going right through Flintville right now, just to the south of Highway 64. And Huntland is next on the path. The Huntland there in Tennessee should be there at that speed probably within the next 30 minutes. But this storm here down in Huntsville needs to be watched. It's getting very close. Again, look at all the small roads in there. That's residential areas here. So you're probably getting some very strong gusty winds, probably up to 60 miles per hour, blowing right through the heart. Going to be coming through the heart of Huntsville. Hopefully, we're not going to produce a tornado that's going to drop on the ground on Huntsville itself for right now. That's a significant event right there on this one, on both of those. I'm pulling back out again. I'm scanning. Okay, that's the one thing that catches my eye. So the ones that matter, don't worry about this one here. That doesn't look all that bad. This box is getting ready to cancel. That's this one here in Georgia, as it's now crossing the state line. This one near Huntland. That's coming in, and then you got this one near Huntsville. I'm gonna keep on Brad's camera. I'm gonna come back to camera and kind of see what he sees here as he's getting into town, and he's getting very close. Look at that! Wow, it's getting awfully close. What kind of conditions? Yeah, just regular heavy rain, a lot of lightning. You see lightning up there as he's coming into Huntsville. It's getting late at night. It's 9:13 Central Time. Looks like a lot of folks are saying, "Heck, I ain't driving in this. I'm staying off the road." I'm very familiar with that part of Huntsville. So you can put the flashers on because of the heavy rain. He's getting awfully close. Is he going to intercept this? Yeah, he's getting awfully close. Let's go and stay on this. We'll watch this very closely on this. Again, if you can see this little icon here, here's our storm chaser. He's heading right down 231. He's trying to intercept this rotation down here in Huntsville and see if it's produced. But that's going to go right through the heart of town. Let's pray that we don't get a tornado drop, even if it's a weak one, to go through Huntsville proper. There's a big hilltop area here just to the east of town. There's like a little mountain there. One of the TV stations are up on the hill there. I think it was at 33. I forget the name of the channel that was there. I had a colleague friend of mine working at the TV station there in Huntsville, but I'm sure right now the folks in Huntsville are going wall-to-wall coverage, and they're watching that very, very religiously with that storm as that continues to head on the south. Let me look at radar scope again. While you're looking at that right there, I want to pull up, I'm kind of scanning in here again. 44 way. 25, 45. That's like 80 mile per hour winds, roughly. So I just did a little scan section here on that. So there's the cross section on there. It looks like you're looking at about 75, 80 mile per hour winds. So maybe EF0, EF1 tornado potentially going through there right now, coming in through Huntsville. So not a major tornado, but again, coming through a major residential area, going through a major town. That could be very disruptive, knock out power for a lot of folks as that continues to move off there. Let me see the other signature. This other signature to the north is looking a little less promising. It's still there, but it does appear to weaken a little bit. So this one up here, you notice it looks like it's opened up a little bit. See how that's opened up? Let me back this up for the last 14 frames. Watch this closely. I'm going to back this up to 14. Look how strong that was. Now it looks like it's opening up. You can almost see it. So that tornado may be dissipating right there. Looks like that might be opening up. It was looking very strong near Howell Hill, and as it approaches Flint Hill, looks like it's opening up. It's almost like the ballerina opening up its hands, and the wind field kind of collapsing and slowing down. So that's some good news there. Let's continue to watch that. Hopefully that will continue to be a trend there. This one also doesn't look all that impressive as well, but still some rotation going right down 72. It's almost like it's following 72, going right into Huntsville. A lot of lightning and heavy rain, but at least he's got some good lights so you can see down on the roads. Yeah, you can always tell those who are used to driving in the dark and driving with heavy rain. They're going around other people. No problem, man. I got this licked. I know how to handle this. And Brad's an old pro. He's been doing it a long time. He's getting awfully close. Almost into downtown. And you can see what's left of that circulation kind of going through Bradentown right now. So it's coming into Huntsville with that circulation. Again, not a major spin up, maybe EF0, EF1 tornado going through there. Again, you really want to know for sure. They've clipped that box away and it's going to pull out of there. I would say they probably may issue another warning out ahead of this just to be on the safe side. Let's go over here to the Georgia side. That cell over here in Georgia is looking a little more disconcerting. Look at this one right here. That's a pretty significant cell going just to, what's that, Gulf Mountain? Just to the north of Gulf Mountain there. Let me look at that one as well. Let me pull up that one. I'm going to pull out and... Yeah, oh yeah. We got something going on there. Let me look at the winds in this. 44, 49, 50 away. Looks like maybe 60, 70 mile per hour circulations on that one. That one looks like it's got about 60, 70 mile per hour circulation on that one. So again, a weak spin ups, not major tornadoes, but again, your tornado hits your house, who cares, right? Who cares if it's an EF0 or an EF4 if it's doing damage to your home? Let me go back over here to Radar Omega here and look at this. So the other one just expired. I still don't see this other one. Oh, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning here. This is for Bradley County and Polk County until 11:15 Eastern Daylight Time. Storm was 7 miles south of Cleveland, moving east at 45. Let's go back over to reflectivity mode here to see the big picture here. So I'm not worried about this one. We're probably going to get another one here. The two that are in here near the Huntsville area and the one that was tracking, that was the one on the ground, both of them appear to be weakening and they have opened up a little bit. So that's good to see there. Anything out to the west, just double checking. Yeah, we still got those cells near town. We got another warning here up toward Cape Girardeau. So you got this one here. How long is that one? That's radar indicated 11 minutes on that one. So I keep just kind of scanning out to the west as well. Oh, thank you to the new subscriber. I appreciate it. Maybe I can get back up to my number I had yesterday. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I got a little pissy earlier. I got aggravated with YouTube, and I kind of took it out on the channel. So it cost me a couple of folks, and I deserve that. I got a little mad. So let me switch over here to the other. I want to look back in there on this Huntland one, see if that's actually changed a little bit here. Oh, that's not looking nearly as bad as earlier. That has changed a lot here. Kind of show you the crawl ball here. See how it looked back here? I mean, where it was approaching Flintville, it was looking very strong, and then as it got closer to Huntland, it's starting to open up. You see the red kind of disappearing there? That's away and toward the radar again. So it's only blowing from one direction. You're only going to get kind of a very strong straight line winds that'll start to form there. And that's what it looks like it's doing to me. That's what it looks like it's doing there. So it looks like, but we had a tornado on the ground between Park City and Flintville. There was a clear tornado on the ground there as that was moving on through. And looks like, oh, he just went right through the heart. What are you seeing there? Let's take a look at Brad and see what he's seeing there. Oh, he's in a hole there. It's kind of stopped raining there. It looks like he's right down in downtown Huntsville. Not looking bad right there. Made it to downtown Huntsville. Probably gonna stay the night there. He's continuing southbound as that signature is just kind of going through the town. Yep, he's through it right now. If there was anything there, I would say it's be back here. Looking at the reflectivity mode on that. I see something on the chat. I'm sorry, we got here. I feel bad for those people in Oklahoma and Tennessee, Missouri, and all that region. Yes, I agree with you, man. I feel sorry for anybody, especially that big wedge tornado that up in Tennessee. I got a bad feeling we're going to see some bad video out of Tennessee for tomorrow because of those storms that were moving through Tennessee earlier today, when I was being a little bit of a crybaby. And look, I mean, I get passionate about doing this stuff. I mean, this is what I love to enjoy to do. And you, when you do this kind of coverage, you want to make sure, you want to try to reach people. You want to try to get your version or your storytelling and using your skill set to get out to people. And when the YouTube algorithm, I sometimes feels like it bottlenecks me and says, nah, we're not putting you out there, man. No, we're not gonna let you know I could do anything. It kind of it wounds your heart a little bit, you know, because yesterday I had fun yesterday. Last night at this time we were doing really well with stuff, and tonight I just didn't have it for whatever reason. But I got to understand there's a lot of people out there competing for this, not to mention the fact every TV station in the country is also going with this. So it only makes natural sense that maybe you won't get as many people out here on YouTube when you have so many television markets going wall-to-wall coverage, and even them are starting to stream out on YouTube. So I need to not take it personally, okay? It's just one of those things. It's called reality. It's got to be a good adult sometimes and not be a crybaby, right? Put on your big boy pants. All right, let's go check this one up here to the north here. This one's got 8 more minutes on that one. This one was not looking all that impressive earlier. Let's look at that one again here. Yeah, and that's pretty much gone out. So I'm not worried about that one. That one's looking bad. This one's weakened out. That one's looking pretty weak, and so is this one. So all these tornado warnings out there, what I'm seeing are fairly weak spin-ups right now. It does appear that the activity for tornadoes may start to decrease here. Again, we're at nighttime now. Daytime heating goes away. Cape starts to come down a little bit. Atmosphere starts to chill out just a little bit as we head through the overnight hours. But it'll get re-energized and fired up again. We're also going to have a lot of outflow back. One thing I was noticing with a lot of the storms today as they were flaring up, it was literally boundaries moving in like multiple directions. So they were kind of playing bumper cars with each other. Yeah, these storms going this way, these storms going this way. I mean, they were kind of moving all over the place. I think we're going to see something very similar again for tomorrow, once again, for many areas. So again, this is what it'll be further south. That's what we're seeing here for further south for tomorrow. And big enhanced area moving through as the boundary from that elongated low that's been kind of driving this starts to move off toward the south. So this is what you're currently seeing today. So just going to shift off toward the south here as we head into tomorrow. So again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, again, I do appreciate you considering this channel for your surfing YouTube needs. If you're like most guys, you're kind of like me. I'm like that. I got my little clicker going. Click, click. Okay, I watched you. Bye. Have a nice day. Go to something else. But that's what men do. We like having our remote controls and just kind of surfing. Let's check out some of these cameras here and see what they're saying. Oh, look at a lot of lightning there. Look at a Franklin. Quite a bit of lightning and rain there. Woo. See it lighting up the sky like a Christmas tree. On that camera, let's try the UT here. This is in Chattanooga. This is the camera looking back through Chattanooga. You can see a lot of lightning there. That's a wall cloud there. You can see it there reflecting off to the north there on the top part of your screen. Kind of see the little bit of cloud here. That's right through Chattanooga. I'm sure my buddy David Glenn's being very busy right now with that activity. So any other cameras I can go to here that I see in this area? Not that I can see. That's the only two that I saw. Only two that I could see. All right, let's see. Oh, we got new severe thunderstorm warning just came out. Let's check this one. Ping pong size hail. This one is for northwestern Catoosa County, northwestern Walker County, and Dade County. It goes until 11:30 p.m. Looks like two different cells kind of converging on each other in that area. Let's go and loop that real quick. Puts back in loop mode here. Yeah, it's kind of coming, lifting up to the north. And then it's kind of weird. You get some of these storms to the north heading southward, some of them going northward. And when they interact, when you get different storms that kind of interact with each other, that's also allows to a different buildup of spin and helicity in the atmosphere. Let me get off that. I'm on the wrong full one here. Sorry. Let's go back to this one. Here we go. So here we go. I guess I'll... So this is what I'm going to do here. I know I got some folks who have been watching over on the Facebook side as well, and I'm seeing the folks over there. All right, so what I'm going to do here is this. I'm going to go about for another 4 minutes. I'm going to go about 10:30. I'm about 30 minutes longer than I was going to. Tomorrow morning, about 8-ish or so, maybe a little early, kind of doing on. I will start live again. As it looks like the many areas in the deep south, which is my backyard where I live, and my coverage area that I do for the Facebook across Alabama and Georgia. We'll do some live coverage on that. We will be simulcasting again on both platforms, and we'll do that again in the morning. So I'm going to stay here for just a few more minutes. I want to make sure that the conditions look like that things are settling down here a little bit. Not to say we won't see more tornado warnings, because you probably will, but I don't know if we're going to see anything super major here right now. Just make sure for tonight, if you're in any of this area, especially where the watch boxes are, let me show you those watch boxes again. I did turn that off a minute ago. Let me turn that back on. So if you're in any of these areas here, and I'm going to show you the watch boxes again. Let me just turn this back off. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so any of these areas here, again, for the watch area, just make sure that if you're into those areas that have tornado watches up that are currently up, just make sure you have your weather app on your phone. Get your phone, get whatever weather app you're on. Go into the settings and make sure that your alarms are set up for it to go on. Make sure that you don't have the volume turned off. Make sure you got it on. And of course, if you have a NOAA weather radio, use that as well. I'm a big component of NOAA weather radios. Maybe I'm a little old school, but that's why I'm planning on giving away 8 free NOAA weather radios. So if you'd like to win one, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel. And I'm shooting to try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And at the end of the year, we will do 8 drawings, and I'll probably do that. Might try to do that live. I might just see if I can do it live to do those drawings live. So anyway, we just got a new warning that just came out here. Let's go back over to Radar Omega here again. Just a severe thunderstorm warning. This at least I didn't continue the tornado warning on this one. This one just got issued here. This is for south central Catoosa, southwestern Whitfield, southern Walker, and northwestern Gordon in northwest Georgia. This goes until 11:15. So I know the Braves were playing at home tonight. Looks like they dodged a bullet there with, looked like a little shower tried to flare up over the stadium there briefly for a little while. Hopefully they didn't have a rain delay. But look at all these storms here across Alabama, Tennessee, and North Georgia. Gonna be a long night for those folks in there for tonight. Let's double check here. It's got some more activity here to the west. Again, you got these storms here up near Cape Girardeau. How much long is that one? That one's getting ready to expire. That looks like straight line winds to me. This is a pretty good squall line. You're going to have some pretty good winds, probably 60, 70 mile per hour winds along that boundary right there. Let's go back here to the south. Let's use the Shreveport radar here. Got the cell over here to the east of Dallas. We got this one had a warning on it as well. That one's getting ready to expire as well. So we'll see if they're going to continue to warn. Looks like they just replaced that with a severe thunderstorm warning. And looks like that one is going to drop here in a minute. So we'll see what that looks like here in a second. And let's see. I think these two are going to drop. So it looks like everything's going to be here in North Alabama. So we got those 4 warnings out there right now, and some of these are getting ready to drop too. That one's just now expiring. That one was observed. This one did get observed. I was wondering if it looked like it may have had some. West Central, that goes till 10:15. That's 45 minutes. So that one did produce a tornado there near Huntsville. So it must have been a weak one. But yeah, that's interesting. I was waiting for that. They just put that warning up. So let's go look at the velocity on that one. Let's go back to, get the right radar. Hello. That one did produce a tornado. It looked like it was going to be a weak one if it was. Oh, wow, it flared up quickly, didn't it? Oh! Yeah, that flared up, didn't it? It sure heck did. Let's see what Brad's seeing here. That flared up a lot in the last 2 ranges. I guess we got to be careful. You got to keep moving around, but you got to come back to these things because they can flare up on you real quick. He's in the heart of wherever the heck that is right there. So that's near the Huntsville area. We got significant. Oh, wow! Look at that lightning! Wow! Heavy storm right there. I thought Brad was gonna go south because when he was going by, it looked like it was weak. It looked like he turned around, but you could see the heavy rains there going there just to the east of Huntsville, launching the signs. And look at the road signs kind of bending there a little bit with the heavy winds. And it looks like just passed him by. So there it goes. Yeah, they changed the scan, which is not out of the question here. Oh, I got to remember to do that more often. So that just went through the heart of Huntsville. It still looks like a fairly broad one at that. I don't think it was overly strong. Let me look at I want to look at my cross section again. Let me look at that. I can stick that down. I'm going to go to Radar Omega here. I want to take a look at that. Oops, sorry, keep that up. Sorry about that. Let's move this back over here. Oh, that got a hook on it. Oh, God, I hate seeing that. That is terrible. Look at that hook echo right there. I'm going to switch this over. Looks so much better on this one. Wow, look at that bullseye. Yeah, that's why I pulled off it for just a little while. It really just straightened up here. I'm doing a scan here. Still looks pretty low on the wind field, but look at that right there. Look at that. Look at that right there. Wow. That is a signature. Look, inflow notch. Here's the ball. Went right over Huntsville. Let's hope we didn't have any bad damage there in Huntsville as that went through. That's, again, looks like the northern side of the city. Brad was right over the top as it just went by. Came right down 72 and then boom, really flared up there on the last few frames. So Huntsville looks like it took a direct hit from a tornado. How bad remains to be seen, but Huntsville just got hit by a tornado here in the last 5 minutes. We had a tornado now just come through and strike Huntsville. And I really hate that I pulled off there for a second. I was just trying to scan. And you can see, oh, look at that. Wow, right near the Mountain Brook area. Look at that. Woo! Huntsville just took that just formed and got going here. And literally in the last 2 scans. That was how fast that came down. Wow. That is something. Huntsville just took a direct hit from a tornado here. I'm going to keep going back and see, because sometimes they put some more information when they update this. This is 9:27. This was about 5 minutes ago. Any damage in here? It says, tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. I'm surprised they didn't put a PDS on that one. It's going through a highly residential area. But Huntsville just took a direct hit, and it looks like, Brad's out moving away now, because it looked like he was going to bypass it. He actually turned around. He turned around and went back. He looked like he was going to maybe hit south for the day. Then he turned around and went back. Wow, I got to watch to see where this one goes. Again, my guess is it won't be too long trap. This one here, now this other one's now looking a little bit better than it did earlier as well. Here's one that Huntsville, not nearly as pronounced as it was earlier, but this one here, Huntland, just passed just to the south on that storm. So we got 2 warnings there. Those are the 2. Yep, those are the 2. All right, well, maybe I'll stay up till 11 now. Maybe I'll just say that. Now I'm interested to see what was going to happen. I didn't think, well, the one here in the north is clearly not looking as bad as good as it did earlier. But let me go back to look at the duration. I'm going to go back a little further here. We're going 21 loops on this one. Look how this thing's progressed here. I'm going to show you here on the Huntsville one. You see how this thing's progressed here as I'm looping it back here further in time. So here it is, fairly weak, and then it really kind of strengthened up here on the last few frames. Quite a bit there. And the signature, look at that. Wow. That, my friends, is one you got to save. That is a screenshot. Screen save. Capture that. Screenshot. Yeah, I'm going to save that puppy. I'm going to save that thing. Save to my downloads. All right. I just took a screenshot of that signature. I wanted to save that one. That one is that is a textbook swirl right there. That is a tornado signature of a tornado that just went through Huntsville, Alabama, literally right through downtown. It looked like it dropped just to the east of downtown. It fired up in the last 10 minutes as we got a very strong inflow notch on this thing. I mean, textbook look on a relatively signature, to say the least, on this. That is something to see. I really hope nobody got hurt with that storm. With that sail. Let's go. I want to look at the storm relative velocity on this. Woo! That thing looks really mean. Now, when you start seeing yellows in there, that is scary, folks. That is, again, I start seeing yellows showing up on yellows on greens on there, that means you got some very high winds here just to the east of town. Now, I will say this much. It does get a little less It looks like it's out of the most populated area there in Huntsville, as it's kind of chipped away here from downtown. But you still got to go through Ryland, Gurley, here on 72. It's not as many folks on that side of town from what I recall. It's been a hot minute since it's been up that way. But it looks like it's coming up toward Chestnut Knob, Moontown, Gurley. Again, we got a tornado that just went through the heart of Huntsville. Hopefully damage is minimal with this storm as it's moved through. But that is a textbook look right there. I gotta take a picture of that thing. I might even put that on my... I want to put that on social media on that one. That one is just an amazing signature there. I'll put there. Huntsville just took a direct hit. Just before 10:30, I think it was, or it's 9:30 Central. So I should be at 9:30 Central daylight time. I was seeing it spinning there, and it was like, wow, it didn't know if it was going to come together or not, and it did. It certainly did. Put that on this one. That is something to see. I'm sorry about that. New severe thunderstorm. This is back off to the west, and they're not even done with the stuff yet. This is new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for central Limestone County. Goes until 10:30. But I really want to watch this this hook echo. This very strong hook echo here, and looks like he's not giving up, boy. Brad's staying on top of it. Look at seeing if there's any damage. I'm trying to see if he sees any kind of damage. Oh, hopefully he doesn't lose his video there. Seeing some debris out in the road a little bit here and there. Look at that lightning. Woo! Hard to see what his choppy video going off there. So Huntsville just took a direct hit from a tornado that's now moved to the east of town. This is bearing down on the Gurley area. Let's go back to the high resolution model. Yeah, still significant there. Got a significant tornado here. Really spun up there very fast, just on the east side of Huntsville, south of Ryland, coming up on Gurley here real quick, with a very pronounced. This is one of those instances where, you know what? I just want to look. I just want to keep it on reflectivity. Because you can see, you know where the ball is, you know where it's going to be. Let's see if the coalition coverage is picking up any debris or not in there. Oh yeah, wow! You can see the hole right there. Boom, right there. Yep, right here. This is a debris crowd right here. It looks like Brad's trying to intercept that. We got debris being picked up there. Absolutely. God, I hate seeing that. Say a prayer for the folks in Huntsville, man. That is a terrible thing to see. Took a direct hit there from that storm. And he's trying Brad's trying to intercept it. He's trying to catch up with that storm. I'm also seeing it. You can see the leaves and trees and stuff down on the ground. Is that hail on the ground? I can't tell what that is. Looks like a power outage. Power's out. That's hail. See it bouncing off the road? That's hail, I think. I want to stay with this for a second. He is getting awfully close. Storm was not moving that fast. It was about 25 miles per hour. Let's stay on this video here and watch this. We're getting very close here to where that storm was. He's got, wow, there's 2,800 people watching this right now. 2,800. Wow. I'm gonna stay. Look at all the stuff out on the roads. We got power back up again. He's going down 431. If he doesn't go up that road, it's just to his left. Yeah, it looks like just off to his north. He's a little bit out of the way now. Woo! Man, that was something. That was something. Holy moly. All right. Okay, for those here on the Facebook, I'm going to go ahead and shut down here for the night. Look for my Facebook broadcast live coming your way for tomorrow morning, okay? 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm going to start coverage there for coverage for what's expected to be pretty active, at least looking at what the high-resolution model data was showing. So I usually get up around 6:30, 6:45 in the morning. I'll get up, we'll take a look at what's going on, and I will get into the hot and heavy stuff for Alabama and Georgia. I'm going to be really focused on that as we look and see if we're going to get a repeat of these type of tornadoes across the deep south heading in for tomorrow. So we're coming up on 10:45, but about 45 minutes longer than I was planning on going on this. So let's go ahead and call it a night for now, and we're going to see you guys tomorrow morning. Checking back in here, and we'll see what Thursday's brings us here with the more active weather. All right, that's it for now. Again, Huntsville just took a direct hit from a tornado that just went through that area once again. Before I shut down one more time, let me go ahead and take a look at one more thing here. Oh, boy, that looks off. It looks like it's getting a little bit less ragged here. But, I mean, look at how this thing looked here as it really got... you got a nice inflow notch in here. Look at that. Wow. Just a tremendous tornado went right through the east side of Huntsville. Looks like it dropped down there. And let me look at the velocity mode here again. Yeah, it still doesn't look quite as good there. Let's look at the storm relative velocity. Yeah, it's definitely opened up a bit. So it looks like it's a little bit better there. So it's settling down. So I'm going to go ahead and shut down for the night. I got to get some sleep because it looks like we may have some active weather in the morning. And I want to be ready to do that for Alabama and Georgia, specifically for tomorrow on Facebook and on YouTube. So that's going to be it for me for tonight. You guys stay safe. Make sure you have your weather radios and your apps ready to go for not only for tonight, but also for tomorrow, depending on wherever your area is being impacted by the weather. All right, that's it for now. You guys take it easy. We'll see you later.